It's the most famous video in the country. Even a very few Canadians have seen it. Until he came clean this week, that tape of Rob Ford smoking crack was a smoking gun, a hot commodity someone wanted to sell. Tonight, we're introducing you to the man who tried to broker a deal for it with the Toronto newspaper. He told his explosive story to our colleagues at the Fifth Estate about other potential buyers and the nasty lengths they seemed prepared to go to get it. The CBC's Steven D'Souza has all the details. Steven.
Wendy, we now know the broker's identity, why he says he's speaking publicly, and new information about the people he says came into his community to get the video.
I'd like to see this tape. I don't even recall there being a tape and a video, and I know that, so I want to see the state that I was in.
Toronto's Mayor Rob Ford says he doesn't know what's on the cell phone video.
He's in a chair, he's sitting back.
But Mohammed Farah says he does. In January, he says he was approached by a young man he knew, a man we now know from other sources to be Mohammed Siad.
So he showed me one video of Mayor Rob Ford, and when I seen that video, it was pretty shocking. I think I was taken back by it.
He says he agreed to try and sell it for Siad. So Farah met with the Toronto Star. He was asking for $100,000. The Star wouldn't pay that, but it reported on the video's existence. And that's when Farah said his neighborhood became a target. He says he heard a lot of stories.
There were some people in the neighborhood, I would say people that are in organized crime, that drove in and showed people a suitcase of money, said, hey, look, whoever has video, put them in contact with us. This is their cash, this is their money.
They were literally showing people suitcases of money?
Yeah, coming in fancy cars and showing cash.
Then he says he heard about phone calls from people he was told had connections to Mayor Ford.
There was phone calls coming in from people claiming to be ex-military, claiming to be police officers, saying, look, if you guys don't pass the video or find the video, we'll arrest you guys or we'll have you guys executed or some crazy stuff like that.
Why should we believe what you're saying?
I'm telling you the video that I've seen. I'm not trying to make you believe anything. I'm telling you facts.
Farah is a community organizer with no criminal record. But in June, he was arrested as part of a massive police sweep dubbed Project Traveler. Farah's brother was one of the targets. They found a gun in the family home, so Farah and his mother were taken into custody and charged. He says he's talking now because he thinks that since those arrested are being held responsible, the mayor should be too.
He lied to the people of Toronto.
Farah's revelations come as the mayor faces increased pressure to step aside and seek help. On Friday, his brother Doug suggested in a radio interview he take a couple of weeks off. Rob Ford's lawyer says the mayor is considering rehab.
Mayor Ford, your family really wants you to get help. Are you going to take a break, sir?
Ford, though, hasn't tipped his hand. Though he has hired a new driver, it appears the only place he's going is back to work. Right now, Wendy, the mayor plans on attending the city's Remembrance Day ceremonies on Monday. So it appears he's not going anywhere in the coming days.
And Stephen, we won't be hearing from Rob Ford on a Sunday radio show, will we?
No, Wendy, that show had been the Ford brothers' opportunity to speak to the city unfiltered. But today they reached an agreement with the station to end that show.
Thanks so much, Stephen. Steven D'Souza tonight. That interview came from our colleagues at the Fifth Estate, and you can see more of their work online. The Fifth will be posting their full documentary report tonight. Just head to their website at cbc.ca/fifth.